Today I will discuss about how to construct a nanotube and the properties of armchair type cadmium sulfide nanotubes. A nanotubes or any types of nanotube like carbon nanotubes can be constructed by rolling a two-dimensional sheet. Now U and V are the basis vector of this two-dimensional sheet, and this is the chiral vector. If U equal to 5 and V equal to 0 or V equal to 0, in any case it is known as zigzag chiral vector, and if U and V is same, then it is known as armchair chiral vector. In figure I have shown a 5 0 zigzag chiral vector and 3 3 armchair chiral vector. Now if we roll this sheet along this chiral vector or making this chiral vector as the perimeter, we will get a tube-like structure. Now for zigzag chiral vector we will get a zigzag nanotube, and for armchair chiral vector we will get a armchair nanotube. Now I will show how to construct a cadmium sulfide nanotube and some of its properties. Look, this is the sheet of a cadmium sulfide nanotube. These red and big atoms are cadmium atoms and small and yellow atoms are sulfur atoms. This is the hexagonal type sheet, and we roll this sheet to make a cadmium sulfide nanotube. Okay, this is the top view, this is the side view. Now this is the typical picture of a cadmium sulfide nanotube. This looks like cylindrical. Okay, now to obtain a relaxed nanostructure we have to optimize it using some standard packages, DFT packages known as VAPS, or there are other packages. We have used VAPS to relax it, and after relaxation we get this tube-like structure, and this tube-like structure is almost cylindrical type. Okay, now we will see some of its properties. Look, this is the picture or plot of a binding energy versus diameter of a cadmium sulfide nanotube. If we increase the diameter of the nanotube, we see that its binding energy also increases, and after some certain diameter it becomes a constant or saturation value. So this quite general, because as diameter increases its curvature decreases and its stability increases, that's why its binding energy also increases. This is an important properties of cadmium sulfide nanotubes or any other types of nanotubes, where we observe that its binding energy increases with increasing diameter of the tube. Now this is another important properties of a cadmium sulfide nanotubes. We see here that as you increase the diameter of the tube, its band gap decreases. This is an important phenomenon. You can see that we are increasing the diameter and its band gap decreases. Okay, so band gap decreases from 2.5 eV to almost 1.7 eV types. So this is an important phenomenon for cadmium sulfide nanotubes. Next, this is a typical band gap of a cadmium sulfide nanotubes. This is the wave vector. Okay, and this is the energy. So you can see that this red line is the Fermi energy line. So it is in between the gaps, and this is a semiconductor type material. Cadmium sulfide is a semiconductor. So it is clear from this picture. Next, this is the work function type. This is the work function. What is work function? Work function is the minimum energy required to extract an electron from a surface of a nanotube and to put it in far away, known as the vacuum. So this is, we can see, this is the plot of average electrostatic potential versus the radial distance from the tube axis. So as we increase the radial distance from the tubes, it approaches a saturation value, and this saturation value is known as the vacuum level. And if we subtract this vacuum level from Fermi energy, we will get the work function. This is an important phenomenon. Okay. Next, what we have obtained, we have find that as you increase the diameter of the nanotubes, its work function decreases. So work function, here we can see work function decreases from 6.1 eV to almost 5.8 eV. So we can tune its work function. This is an important phenomenon. Okay. So here I discuss some of the important properties of a cadmium sulfide nanotubes. So this is a small length video because of the time constant and storage constant. So thank you for watching. Thank you.